That's yeah, go on.
Yeah.
You're going to interview me like you're Parkinson. Really? Just tell me, that's much better. Just, yeah, okay, you carry on. Have you written down stuff of you? Better not. I'd rather not read it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just he loves doing the instructions, what you like. Because it doesn't come naturally, so no pressure, what you like.
What do you do?
Oh, just that's it.
Well.
Welcome to B2B Business Club podcast. I guess today, Andy Bennett, a musician, rock and roll star. So Andy, before we get into your story, would you like to just give us a brief introduction to yourself, who you are?
You just did it. I'm Andy Bennett. I've got a sore throat, so and I've got a bald sweep in my mouth. Sorry, not very polite. Well, you just said I'm a musician. I don't do much else really. Little as possible this year,
So
start again next year.
From day one, was that what you wanted to do? Was there nothing else? Was there no other plan?
No, I really enjoyed playing the guitar, and I never wanted to be a singer. Sorry, I never wanted to be a singer, but kind of just fell into that one. Not that I do much now anyway. Certainly not tonight.
Yeah, I'm just start.
Yeah, but I always wanted to play. I just like bands and Top of the Pops and all that, which is a shame because it's not there anymore.
I was on this exact conversation the weekend. I was showing my daughter some Top of the Pops from the 90s and said, "You never understand now. Taylor Swift would have been on this every week."
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Mark Kerry that was like pretty much every week on the Top of the Pops. I said, yeah, there's none of that. He said there's no way for the kids to go and watch, okay, these are the hits this week.
I suppose there's a decline in TV though anyway, isn't there? It's all Netflix and Amazon and all that now, isn't it? Buy Fire Stick and away you go.
We talked about it slightly before, right? But it's just what you want now. It's like bite-sized chunks of whatever you want and choose and stuff. But I think they did something today topical about people with TV licenses. Is that enough?
Yeah, people aren't paying them, are they? Yeah. Well, it's only for the BBC, and I mean, my telly, I don't have an aerial in it. I don't get the BBC, but yeah, everything's bite-sized chunks these days, like you're saying, and I prefer that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Before bed, scrolling through YouTube Shorts. I love it. I love all those little tips, and then if there's something interesting, you can dig into that person that you saw on there. I've found so many different comedians and musicians and artists just from YouTube Shorts. There's a young girl band called Dear Matrona, and I think they're based in Northern Ireland. And they're great, really good. I mean, they've got a big following now, but they were just busking on the street when I saw them first. Now they're playing like that. Yeah.
You can go down the rabbit hole then, can't you? But when we used to come in and listen to Joe Rogan, at least you can have that on all the cars, kind of going back here and on Spotify, and that's what we've put our thing.
It's taking over from radio, isn't it? Podcasts and stuff. I mean, the Joe Rogan one, that one with Tarantino on. I mean, who wouldn't want to listen to that?
Exactly.
Tarantino.
All over that.
It's great. Yeah, dude, it's good. It's good. Because they get into it by because it's on for like about 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
And that's a cool in-depth, discussion.
Yeah. It's not just in and out, is it?
No. It's great. Yeah, man.
Over it all.
Yeah.
So tell us about your journey then, how you got into bands. I know you started early into instruments. I've read and seen and know.
Well, I grew up next door but one to Steve Craddock, who was obviously Ocean Colour Scene and Weller. And he was just really cool with me, as I was only a top really. I was on 8 or something. And he agreed to teach me how to play the guitar on a Monday night. So I went round there and he taught me a bit for about a year or so, just as he formed Ocean Colour Scene. I think I was still having lessons when they formed. I was probably about 11 then or something. And then he was that cool, like, about things and stuff, and like took the time to show me stuff and get me interested. Certainly not many people 10 years older would do that, do you know what I mean? It's just, he really turned me on to that kind of music as well.
Invested in you.
He did, yeah. He did it with other people as well. He's like the Pied Piper.
That was kind of peak indie era as well. Was it kind of 90s to early 2000s?
Well, this is even before then, because they formed in '89. So by it took them a long time to have a hit. I mean, they had little bits on telly here and there.
Yeah.
And then their big hit came in, I think it was '96, something like that. With the Day We Caught a Train, the Riverboat Song, You Got It Bad, those kind of things. That mostly Shoal's album came out, and it sold well, and it what's the word? Flung them into the mainstream, which was great. And then the following album was Marching Already, which then they did an arena tour, and that's when I played with them a couple of times before that on a song here and there, and then that's when my band went on tour with them. We were called Sergeant, and we toured for 6 weeks doing arenas like Wembley Arena and the NEC here in town.
Yeah.
And great, eye-opening, very cool, and they let me play a couple of
Rock and roll as you thought it would be.
It was everybody was young, and just Tony being stupid and getting up to mischief like you would, we've all been that age. There was nothing. There might be more of it, but that's but we wouldn't. But and that was great. And then that would be 1998 when they did that tour. And then I didn't see them for a couple of years. And then in 2003, Damon left the band, the bass player. And they got Dan Seeley in to play bass, and I came along to do second guitar. And
What was actually called out there?
the drummer from Sergeant, excuse me, the drummer from Sergeant, Tim Jakes, went to see Brian Wilson here at I think it was a Symphony Hall or it was somewhere in town, and Steve was there, and they bumped into each other, and he said, "Here's my number. Make sure Andy gives me a call," or he got my number or something like that. And said, "Do you want to come down and play?" So they had a gig to do, just one gig, a one-off, which I'd done before, But this was at the Albert Hall, and it was doing 3 songs of Ronnie Lane. Do you know Ronnie Lane from The Faces and the Small Thing? And it was such a fantastic experience, to do that. And after that, they kept Dan and I on, and we stayed for the next 10 years or something.
So it was literally, do you mind just popping down, just helping us? We got this little
yeah,
get a roll out all.
But it worked. It sounded good. We were a good sounding band, you know what I mean? And it lasted a good 10 years.
Was the Sergeant an indie band?
Sergeant was an indie band. They changed their name into The Elements, and we released one album with acid jazz, but it's not very acid jazzy. No, it's a bit soft, rocky.
Yeah.
Actually, I listened to it not long ago, and some of the songs are all right. They're just the playing's a bit. I was still in my 20s, man.
Yeah.
Still young. Old enough to know better then.
Yeah. So what was some of the highlights? I'm jumping in, but what were some of the highlights of the 10 years?
Well, the Albert Hall, playing it again. We did the Albert Hall again for the 21st anniversary of the band being around. So that would have been 2010. 2010. And we did the Albert Hall, which was just the whole show of Ocean and stuff. And the previous album prior to playing the Albert Hall was an album called Saturday, which I don't think it did very well commercially. I think critically it was all right, because it's not a bad album, but it had a song on it called Old Pair of Jeans, which I wrote with a mate of mine. And Simon sings it on the record, but at the Albert Hall, I got to sing it, which was great. So I got to sing one of my songs at the Albert Hall. And that's a highlight, it's great.
And who we're talking? Albert Hall?
Well, do you know what? It looks massive, doesn't it? But it's not. It's only about 6,000. I mean, the NEC's 15,000. That way. But it's just a prestigious
Still 6,000.
place,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot. We played Hyde Park when Who played. Yeah. So we were one of the support acts there. We did.
For the Who? Yeah.
I think so. I didn't stay and watch, to be honest with you. So did the Isle of Wight Festival. We did loads of festivals and stuff everywhere. Japan, Fuji Rock. That's good. We did that twice. And I mean, I've probably done it loads of times, but
Yeah.
while I was there, But yeah, loads of things like that, you know.
That's amazing.
That's class. I've done it, I don't know. I've never these yeah, but he's scripts, that's fine.
So playing those big venues, is there any venues from in and around Birmingham, the Midlands, when you were starting out?
Well,
Stick out as
the Jug of Ale really was the main one, which isn't, it's the buildings there, but I think it's a restaurant now.
I've all gone to that.
Yeah, but there are some new venues coming.
Right.
Sorry, I'll go back. The Flapper and Thinkin was a good one that we used to play. And then we crossed over and kind of started doing, because when we played the Flapper and the Jug, we'd just do our own stuff that we'd written. I'm not talking Ocean Colour Scene now, I'm talking Sergeant, really. And we were all working jobs, you know what I mean? Like little part-time jobs, the Sergeant band. Yeah. And we thought, I started just doing little acoustic gigs on my own, playing 20 Flight Rock by Eddie Cochran for an hour. And it's the only song I knew. I've learned a couple more since then, but I started out doing like a couple of covers, but quirky covers that I actually really did like. I still do covers I really do like, it's just my tastes have changed and I listen to yacht rock these days. What's yacht rock?
Yeah.
Have you never heard of a Miami Vice soundtrack would be, you know, like Yamaha. I don't like Yamaha. I'm not keen on Yamaha, but I do listen to things like Toto.
Right.
yeah,
Journey would be yacht rock, I would have thought.
Right.
So, you know, the early 80s.
yeah.
What were your influences growing up then?
I got into Buddy Holly really young. I liked Michael Jackson. The Beatles are the biggest. I just went nuts over them. And I was the perfect age as well because the anthologies came out. I don't know if you remember that. The Beatles anthologies. And that was just like, because then your mates get into it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they used to take the piss out of you for liking the Beatles. Nah. You know, everybody likes the Beatles now, right?
You've always been cool.
It's fucking always cool. What about? I wasn't. Still not cool.
Yeah, and then that number one album made, didn't it? And then that sort of went.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have that. Yeah, that's great. But new venues. There's some new venues which is great, and there's one in Acots Green called The Gig, and that's like proper little thing. It opened the other week. It was a fantastic little place, perfect, like the Jug of Ale kind of thing, that size-ish.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that's just really cool, but it's more mod. Well, they have all sorts of bands on there, I'm sure, but they're more moddy. And that's really cool. And that's in Sturchley. That's called the 515 Club. Have you heard of any of these yet?
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool place. No, it's so yeah, I used to Kings Norton. There's one up there next to Kings Norton as well.
Well, you're not far from you then, the 515 Club. What, are you talking about the little bike shop, Chasman's?
No.
That's very cool, so the bike shop.
There's one right by the BP garage.
Oh yeah, the Tower of Song.
Yeah.
I've only been there once. But that's really cool. Yeah, that's like a celery kind of. Oh, it's not a cellar, but I mean, it's like a very
dark, dingy vibe, isn't it?
I quite liked it actually. I went to see Sissy Stone there, who I'd never heard of until I went to see her there, and she's great. And
Important to have these venues, isn't it? Like you're talking about, the Flapper and Thinkin, that's
is that still there? See, I don't even come into Birmingham. Made a trip specially for you two.
Okay, I've seen it on the corner still. He's still there.
The Flapper. Well, is it?
Yeah.
I must still have bands. I mean, it was big for that.
Yeah.
So it's only the Jug's gone. I mean, there's the Sunflower Lounge used to have bands on it, but has that moved? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's
It's not there anymore. I think so. Really? No, then.
But there's got to be a need for them, hasn't there? Because that's how. But do you find there's been a shift in people coming to gigs now, a new generation, or not really? Because when we were 16, 17, 18, 19, that used to be, we're going to the Sunflower Lounge, or we're going doing this, or we're going to the Tower Song, we're going to watch a band and go.
I don't know. People, my daughter plays these days, and she's out, and people go and watch the things. I don't know whether it's an open mic or whatever, but I got a bit of video the other day, and it was her, and I thought, oh, there's people there. That's great.
Yeah.
The other venue that I didn't mention was the old railway, Curzon Street. Do you remember that? That's been knocked down, and that's really where sergeant cut their teeth. You know what I mean? We really learned how to. I say we really learned how to play. That they really learned how to play. I'm still faking it, but it's.
Was there any times when you were starting out and you had any gigs that you're like, you know, you think I catch I can't? Any negative or anything that didn't land as you thought it would?
Well, I bottled it a couple of times, massively. Yeah, there was a time when P.P. Arnold was. Do you remember her? The first cut is the deepest she ever hit with. And she was doing I think it was Radio 1 live lounge session, and our band was meant to be it. I shit myself. I did. Backed out of it. Yeah, not good.
Confident.
Sorry about that.
Confident you asked, son.
I just my ass for that. Yeah, I shit myself. Yeah, that's the truth of it.
That's it. You never hear that. You only ever hear the great thing done right, the bravado. And to be fair, when you see musicians playing, you just assume that they're made of solid armour. You never think, okay, where's the anxiety? How does it always look so flawless?
Well, a lot of them are really good. Yeah, especially yeah. I mean, Steve Craddock is just, I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
A really thoughtful player. I mean, he doesn't play what everybody else would play. He plays, very melodically and that's very good.
What do you think about the Oasis, really?
Oh, it's great. I don't think I'll get to see him there. How much are the tickets?
£300 piece along.
Have you got? Wow, okay. I'll see if I can get guest
That was
lists.
on.
They won't remember me. They won't remember me. You won't want to see me.
You gotta tell us what.
He won't remember me. But Liam, we supported in Steve's solo band. Steve did about 3 albums and toured them and got to support BDI. After Oasis, it was BDI. Excuse me. And so we went to Germany and all sorts of places. I don't know how many times we supported them actually. Maybe only a couple of times, who knows. But I saw him again at the Fuji Rock Festival. And
Doesn't go down with age, doesn't it?
Liam, I'm looking forward to seeing the footage that they.
Why they? Yeah, the show.
I want to see us in the. Do you know who's in the band yet?
It's the original one, isn't it?
Is it?
Bonet's been confirmed, and
Right. Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
Because he looks better. He looks better now than he ever looked.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got a goat. Yeah, he's got like.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool.
Do you want to buy a Cortina? And after all,
I don't think that's Tony Kelly or his name is getting invited back there.
Tony Carroll. Well, well, who's the drummer then? Is it Alan White or is it Zach Starkey or is it Chris Sharrock?
I don't know.
Big Chris Sharrock because he's in Knowles back now.
Yeah, maybe.
And he was the last.
That's Starkey's class, though.
Yeah, man. He looks really cool. He had a. Yeah. He had a.
So, was there any fallout with the lads to most of us? Could you just get a call like next week and go, we're gigging and we need you to step in, and you'd just be like, oh, okay.
Oh no, I wouldn't. They wouldn't ask me. They wouldn't want me playing for them again. I'm sure, but I'd still speak to the lads. Yeah. I saw Oscar not long ago.
Well, I was going to say, so October 2015 was when you went solo.
Okay. Was it?
Yeah. Allegedly. Oh, your Wikipedia already, does it? No Wikipedia.
Okay.
But that's 2015. So obviously you wrote the song, didn't you? Obviously Simon sung it for Ocean Colours.
Oh, Old Beijing's, yeah.
Yeah. So then at what point you were saying you never wanted to be a singer? At what point you
I was already singing in Sergeant by that time. It was just early on.
Yeah.
By about 20 or something, yeah. You're fronting the band because you can't get staff.
So is that where, have you got the itch that you can't scrap then being in a band, playing a guitar in a band where you're not singing, you're not front and centre?
Maybe I think must have had a big head, obviously. Yeah, big ego,
Rock and roll, isn't it?
massive head.
Well, especially guitar.
It's all about me.
Yeah, especially guitar players. It's you, isn't it? Spotlight on you. But especially when you're writing songs. I mean, how easy or how hard is it to collaborate songwriting when you're in a band but you're not a singer?
Well, I used to just write the songs anyway, and then a couple of the singers that we had before would like finish off lyrics or maybe think of another chord to go there and that. But I really generally write on my own. Is that what you asked? I just completely went off on a space.
Yeah, no, that's it's how easy it is to write a song as opposed to say collaborating, or you write a song and someone wants to input into it. Then is it?
Depends who it is, doesn't it, as well? But I don't write much anymore, to be honest.
Did you watch that Beatles documentary?
Which one? Get Back or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's on for about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
So we're doing the trying to get.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, but I could watch that for ages. I could watch that for ages.
Got goose pimples, like.
It says. I thought he did a good job, man, with all the footage that he had. It's so different from the Michael Lindsay Hogg version of Let It Be, which I've got as well. I still like that as well. It was showing that just them being angry with each other. But
they were so young and they're pissing about.
Yeah, but they were really good mates, weren't they? Yeah. It's great. The Beatles are they're just the best.
Was it similar to? Did you used to have like little sessions with the lads and kind of say, "Oh, we need. What about this?" You used to say, "What about this?" And then you used to kind of get.
No, we never did. I never did that with them. We might have gone through a couple of times in the studio. Actually, the first recorded album I did with them, there was a little bit of that, but I was so nervous because I was like older brothers, and I really looked up to them, still do, and so I was a bit shy or nervous and a bit, wide-eyed and trying not to show it, but I'm sure it was all over my face. So. Yeah.
How difficult is it all, or how easy is it all?
Do you know, it would be easy now for me, but at the time it wasn't that easy for me, but that's for other reasons.
So just going to it then, so we spoke about it briefly, you've been clean for a while now, and was it very much rock and roll, and there was things without going into it, it was just...
I'm one of those people that just shouldn't drink. I've been told it all my life. Like my mum would go, it's in the family, you shouldn't drink. She wouldn't quite say it like that, but I go, no, I'm all right, as we all do. I'm all right, have a couple, this and that or whatever. I should just drink water.
Does it go hand in hand on soul and where you rock and roll?
Well, you think it does, and some people I can see, and they're having a great time, and people are laughing at them, and it's funny and it's nice. I think I got like that switch that I can sound a bit, to be honest with you. Sorry, bit of a dick. You can edit that, right?
Yeah, I'll edit that.
Yeah, but you ever get to a point, it's like going to the Greeks, someone like a Jeffrey, and that's how you got Tim.
Yeah,
so you're looking
could
for
be.
a Laurie Walter stroke.
Could be. Straight to few furry walls.
Euphemism.
Was there a moment where you thought, oh, that's it, I'm not friends?
We do.
With drink and with drugs and stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Miles away again.
Sorry.
I'm not on drugs either.
No.
Just a beach.
Just spacing out.
Yeah. Cold and flu tablets.
Yeah. God, I have. That's what it is, isn't it? See, that affects me now more than ever. Yeah, well, I was falling out of love with it for the last 10 years, I've been doing it, nailing it for 15 years, hardcore for 10 years, so 20 years of 25 without the, but 20 years of just a bad habit, you know what I mean, awful. And now you realise, and I'm good, I'd never do it again. I'm not fussed by it, it's good.
So going back to the solo stuff, so we met.
Cut all that out.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
No.
That's nice. It's nice to say you've done that and now you're right inside. I think. Don't you feel? I'll send this over to you before we call it right. So, but we met. Did we say 8 years ago? Hole in the road.
Right. Fucking hell.
Is that? Come on. Right. We used to have Tottenham Crown, didn't we?
Right. Where's that?
Giga.
Yes, right. Was that all it was 8 years ago?
Were we over?
Was it? You said it was like 8 years.
Were we over the? Yeah, because I used to do the thing there, didn't I? Course.
Used to in the.
Did we not do the custard factory? Was that on Sunday? Was that where you met me? Was it with Khalik?
Yeah.
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 He's a top fella, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had him on?
No.
You should get Gleek on.
It's not a man.
Oh, he's great. He's still a band. I think he's got a venue right by his house that he's booking up. Yeah.
So yeah, so you
He's got some stories.
you used to do the open mic.
Yeah, to the open mic. Yeah, was it an open mic? Or did you?
Or just a session kind of?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And, yeah.
I mean, 8 years.
It's good. It's class, man.
I can't remember yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's COVID as well, though, isn't it? There's 3 years that just
Gone.
Nothing Mike said. Yeah, that was 6 years ago. That was 4 years ago. 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's excuse me.
It lifted 3 years out of everyone's lives, didn't it?
What did you do during COVID?
Sorry, I felt a lot. I did. We bought barbecue because we had that in 2020. We had that really nice summer, but you couldn't go anywhere.
Barbecue that summer? Yeah, that.
Well, we went to Wicked, and we got I don't know, but we got a barbecue and a big one, and we just spent the summer outdoors. And then 2021 came, and it was another lockdown or whatever. And you got to get your jabs. And then I started doing a few gigs again because you couldn't work if you didn't have the injections and stuff. So it's like,
With
the island.
the hospitality was the first one to go and the last one to open them as well, wasn't it?
yeah,
I do weddings and
right,
racket and
yeah,
gigs and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
just with trial and fall, started quizzes and stuff and all that because I'll be fun. I know. Did you
You're an online sister, even like.
I did online. Yeah, I did. So Facebook Live, wasn't it? That all started. I mean, it probably started. Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I'm not on. I am on social media, but it's not me that's on.
Yeah.
I don't fucking write anything on there, really. But yeah, so Facebook Live on a Friday night, I'd sit in my front room and put a little PA speaker up so it got a bit of reverb throughout my voice out. I don't know, you get a few people watching.
Yep.
You know.
Do you know what you don't?
I should do it again with it.
Yeah, you don't know how little the effort people made and what it meant to people at that time.
Do you think?
You meant a hell. Oh yeah.
I used to police and then you used to just think, it's a bit of a bore, like it's 2 hours in the morning sorting the quiz out. And then when I've come out now, like I seen one of my mates' kids about 6 months ago, and I was like a pop star to him. So I can't care because I used to obviously be on the telly and stuff, and like he used to be those man. He's like half starstruck, just like okay, but
Yeah, there was nothing much. There was nothing going on. So that little crumb of entertainment, you became the thing to the people who are watching it. And even if you only had 5 people watching you, you don't know what that done for those 5 people.
Right.
So like,
I didn't have that then.
No, me neither.
if you're fair, it's great.
Yeah.
On Dr. Fox.
Yeah. So what are you doing at the moment?
Just doing some like little residency kind of gigs, just at hotels and just doing covers and stuff. Really, just keeping my hand in while I'm, getting my head around things. And before I started to write down little things again to maybe. In fact, I recorded back in 2020. I recorded an album. But it just didn't come out. It's all ready to go, but bullshit. This is. I recorded it at John Rivers' place in Leamington Spa. Have you heard of it? It's called Woodbine Studios. No, he did. Well, we did an Ocean Colour Scene album there. We did the Elements album there. But his big thing was he did Ghost Town by the Specials.
Yeah.
Which is cool, isn't it? So I did now, but I listen to it now and I think, I could do that better. But I couldn't have a band because I had to I wanted to play everything myself as best I could. And it's okay, but it's not like.
So you can play every instrument.
Well, after I took my time, but I had a go.
So one of the things with the microphone and piano.
Well, I didn't play the piano. I sent the tracks to a guy called Danny McCormack who played the piano. He plays for Roy Wood. And he's just incredible. I'd recorded with him before. He did the piano on it. And that's another thing that COVID did. So musicians were thinking, how do you make so session players, like really good drummers and things, that have got like a practice kit at home and it's all mic'd up so they can practice. Well, they figured out that if you send them the tracks, they can lay drums down on, you know. So a lot of people, even drummers, are working from home now.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. I did actually play the drums, but people are doing that.
It's changed
What the world's changing, right?
Just do it all on GarageBand and I can't we give a going for that. So
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah. Would you go back into the studio and redo that with a band? Though? I think
I might redo it with a friend of mine who I play with Mondays, called Simon Foster. He's just a really good singer, player, great bass player, great guitar player. And I'll probably just do it with him because I think between the two of us, we could cover over it for the bases, yeah. And I wouldn't necessarily record all of it. I'd just do a few of the songs again because he's got some great songs as well. Maybe doing it. Who knows? I don't know.
I'd buy it.
Would you?
Instantly buy it. Yeah.
Just from me to okay.
That sounds good.
He's incredible. Simon is, and he's never really had the platform to present himself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I hope that changes because I mean we're the same age. He's worked hard and he's such a great guitar player, bass player, vocals. I've already said that, haven't I? Well, I fancy him.
Got a lovely voice.
How easy is it, mate? Your music, eh? What's the pathway like? Back in the day, it was drop demos through people's car window.
Yeah, well, there's none of that anymore. You just put it on YouTube, don't you, or Facebook. I don't know. I'm not a clue. I don't know. No one listens to me anyway. Put it on Spotify. You can put it on Spotify. I think you have to have a little distribution kind of thing. But there's platforms out there. You pay a subscription, like, I don't know what it is. It could be 500 quid a year. It might be 50 quid a year. I couldn't tell you.
What are you doing for this?
I do.
It's about 90 quid a month. Oh, okay. 5 quid a month to distribute it on Spotify. There's all random other.
And once you stop paying that, they just take it off to there.
I don't know.
Or was it just for the names?
Just carry on doing it, yeah, for now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I would think so. I would think it's as black and white as that, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it then, isn't it? And then I suppose it's up to you to kind of go, listen to me, I'm fucking great.
Yeah, but yours, to me, also sounds Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So what do you hope for the future? Do you want to do rock and roll or like headlining festivals again? And
I'm fucking going great.
hey,
It's well old. No one wants to see me anymore. No one wants to see me anymore. I'm singing the Monkeys down the fucking hotel, aren't I?
would you go?
Would I what?
Would you go and do festivals and go on the smaller stage and go solo? Sell it for the free viewers that we get.
But no one wants to see me. If you do want to see me, however, book me and I'll come and play your festival. I do a few little festivals here and there.
There's plenty around the Midlands now as well, is it not? We're
Yeah, I've got to be honest. No fucking books, mate. No. Oh, I did. That's a lie. I did do Knoll Festival.
Noel.
Exactly. Where's that? Where's that?
I do know Noel is. I like Noel. I've actually done like that.
It was not. It was just in the park.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Are they doing a concert Symphony Hall? Just out doing it and all that?
Is he?
Get you people talking to their people?
Yeah.
Not festival. Oh, yeah, more from him there. More from him. He was
He wouldn't book me either, Jasp. Will you, Jasp? Don't really see this.
Yeah, 100%.
Really? How you doing, mate? I'll give you a call soon. Sorry, I didn't know you were doing this.
Didn't try and get him on, so just can you shout out to give us a shout as well?
We should have come together. The last time we came was with Jasper. We sat there. It was the football match. That's who we came with in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's top, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's the last tour I did was with Jasper doing and his band, the stand-up and rock thing. So you got Bevan on drums and the rest, all except Joy, who's the singer in Quill. Have you heard of Quill?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically the Quill's band, but not Joy. And they put me there.
Brilliant.
It was great for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. Not so much for them.
See, but Jasper on WhatsApp then. Drop me a WhatsApp and say what's going on.
He's
He's
busy.
busy.
He's always busy.
Oh, brilliant, no. See, but they're getting Brummie and Midlands based people around. So
Yeah,
nice
well, it's
time
great
to be
with-
involved. It's a nice time to be involved in the club.
Well, in Birmingham in general, because Steve Knight's got his studios over there. Excuse me. They're filming Peaky Blinders, aren't they? Or they filmed it, I don't know. But they finished.
I don't know. There was.
No, it might take a while. That will take about 9 months, won't it? But that's cool as anything. I ain't seen it yet. But I can't wait. The studio at UB40s have moved back in.
Yeah.
To Digbeth, which is so it's really happening. I
I went and watched them last week with Robin. We got some backstage stuff.
With Robin's ace, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know Matt, his son?
Yeah. Well,
Matt and James. Matt and James.
Met him at the thing. Yeah.
Do you know Rob Orton? He comes down here all the time, but he
I don't know.
he had the studio before, you know. He's with the UVs, like some affiliation. He's a good guy. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing all that. But on the drive in, it's like looks nothing like.
Liquor pint.
You know, I had a liquor pen.
Love.
It's fucking good, man. I think people are coming back to the city and it's looking good. Yeah, man. Great.
Once the kids will get the fingers out, sort out the transport links and
Right.
follow up on fulfilments to Mr. Wagner in the £3 billion sports quarter, or Biggie commencing build, won't it? Where Wheels is, that's all going to be.
Wheels. Okay. Is that? Yeah, I remember that.
There's a bought all that now.
So what's going to be there?
£3 billion sports quarter, big development for Blues. Going to move.
So move it.
Yeah.
All right. It's only up the road.
4 years. Yeah,
It's
it's
going towards where PMT was, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or to where PMT is as well. It's there, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, so their new ground and everything. What's this going to be, do you know?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Fucking hell, look at it. It's ace.
I know.
Look at that villa.
Into it in a short
Look
space
at
of
that.
time.
That's a proper ground, that is. That's a proper ground, that is.
But no, it's exciting time. Should we go? Oh, sure.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
So yeah, if you want to, if you want to wrap, what are you? So what are you plugging at the moment?
No, not really. I'm in and around, you know. I'm around and about doing
So
cabaret.
how do people find you and how?
Well, when I put some stuff out there, I mean, I'm sure people, I don't know how we do it, I suppose, like Spotify and all that. Yeah, find it on Spotify and Facebook, I suppose, isn't it? And Instagram and X. It's on all of that, I think. But I don't know how much gets posted or how often, you know. But
It's really your manager. No.
she's my wife.
wife?
Yeah, but
I'll
yeah, she's my manager. She's, you know,
Yeah.
of course.
You didn't answer this morning. I was like,
I didn't answer this morning. Did you ring me?
No, I messaged you. And I was like,
Oh, no, did, what, on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
WhatsApp dating, doesn't it?
I was like, I'll speak to the wife stroke manager and see if
Yeah.
you said, just speak to her, make sure I'm there.
She will make sure I was there.
Yeah.
Although I did have an alert, I was really good today, and an alert went off going podcast, but I was like, okay, got this. No worries.
Got this one.
So I did the,
how do you find the work and pleasure balance?
well,
Looking after you professionally.
yeah, apart from getting like, I keep getting these throat infections, which isn't very good, but other than that, I don't really do much, do I? I've got not much to complain about. My family's great, you know, kids and my parents, everybody's in good health, and so I'm enjoying it. I don't really do much, you know, go out, play with guitars with Simon, or go out on my own, or I'll fill in here and there like I did last night, and I'm just in and around and about at the moment. I'm like a bit in limbo till I write some more stuff or get that other stuff released. But it will. It will.
Spark, Martin's like, gosh, it's
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I never found writing, you know, 9 to 5 anyway, or every week or whatever. But you do have a big surge of it. You know what I mean? It all comes at once. You got to tell.
it was.
Yeah, it all comes, and you're like, it's like you're not writing it really.
Yeah. I book at 3 a.m, just wake up, I've got to get to set.
And then if it's shit, you go, yeah, I didn't write that shit. But it's out. But it's out. You put it out.
It wasn't me. Goes right.
No, sounds great stuff, John.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Great.
nice
Nice to come
to see
here.
you again, yeah.
Nice to see the ground like this one days.
And hopefully we'll see you at headlines of festivals in 2025. Like,
Yeah, that's we had him on. Look, you won't speak to us. He's a world
give us-
superstar.
Give us a plug, and maybe some people who put on festivals will
yeah, well,
will get me on. I don't mind being in the tent or first on.
so, thanks a lot, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks ever so much, Andy. Cheers, mate.
Yes, fellas.
Brilliant.